Yo, what's going on, everybody? Collision here. Welcome back to another episode of Analyze. Today, gentlemen, we are going to be breaking down one of the GOATs over in the Discord. RJ wanted to go over just a few of the key notes that he mentioned when I was starting on this process. I always like to ask guys who are requesting a breakdown what they personally noticed from their gameplay that they can improve on. Now, RJ is fairly new. He was telling me that last year was his first real Madden, kind of locking in, trying to improve, playing games actively, things like that. And one thing that he mentioned was last year he felt like he was absolutely money, just couldn't miss, felt great, games felt good, felt real confident, and just things were flowing good. This year kind of seems like maybe there's regression's a tough word, but maybe just a little bit of a slump. He highlighted that he feels like his user needs to improve a lot compared to what maybe he used to have, or maybe that's just what he's always struggled with. So a lot of good key input here. So let's go ahead and get underway. To start, guys, we're going to go ahead and highlight real quick that this game was recorded on the PlayStation 5, so that is why we are already like halfway through the second quarter. But don't worry, there's still plenty of key points throughout this matchup that you guys are going to benefit a lot from and hopefully learn from. So let's go ahead and get into it. Obviously, you guys see here, we are already right here at the 3. First and goal, 14-14. I know you guys are probably thinking, what the hell is this? Don't worry, there's still plenty to go. But I wanted to highlight here first, guys, on first and goal, this is actually in our MUT tournament we did back in December. So both players are really trying to unload everything they have, which is why I kind of highlighted this game, why I thought it would be a really good one for us. But immediately, I wanted to go over the first and goal call. I'm watching through this and I see that we selected verticals. Now I think Rob, his opponent, was in a cover 3 shell on this play. It was very bang bang. It's kind of hard for me to tell. But guys, just know, for verticals here, with these routes, the stock route combinations, there's really no room for anything to get open in this span of time at this distance. And I can kind of tell that what RJ's doing here is he's running this play solely for the flat route with B, and it's just immediately covered. We get 1 yard. Basically looks like we lost a yard. But one thing I want to mention, guys, is that having a proper red zone game plan is so important. If you make it all the way down the field here against good players, don't settle and just do base simple plays, especially given you're down in distance. And I kind of highlight this because if we look at the next play, we see that RJ here audibles, or he goes to a single back bunch instead with the down and distance, and you see he's got this stretch RPO out of the single back bunch and he's motioning players. This looks far more methodical and planned out than what the base 4 verts quick snap was we had a last play. And what I want to highlight here is he knows what he's doing here when he motions out this receiver. He wants to pull the user away from the running lane to get to that RPO side. He does that here. Fred Warner is now right above number 4, Rashee Rice, and the user's out of the play. We go ahead, snap the ball. We're not even looking at the RPO anymore. We go ahead and hand it off. We juke the slot corner, and we're in for 7. This was a great play call. This energy, this type of motioning, coming out with plays you know will work for what needs to happen every single time, especially when we're down here in the red zone when we've already made it so far into the drive. We got to make sure we are using the best plays possible. Quick snapping plays where we know 4 out of the 5 routes aren't going to be open. That's not a good play call. I know it will work every once in a while, but against good players like Rob Gaming, that you can go hit him up on Twitch, the 49ers player, these are good players, and these guys are not going to let those easy plays get open. So make sure you guys don't give up on the backside of your drives. Finish strong, as RJ did here after the first down slump. Alrighty, guys, so immediately, real quick on this play, I want to go ahead and run it one time over, then I'm going to go ahead and throw over some edits here that I made afterward of what we should be doing with our zones. As you guys see here, Rob is running the U-Trips tight end whip here, where he's got his running back on the zip and the zig, and then he's got this slant post combination here with Dion and Jerry Rice down the middle. This is a deep running high-low where if the user's playing underneath towards the slant, you can go ahead and highball over the top and hit your post. This is a great combination. Now, during this moment in the game, RJ was talking about how hard this offense is to stop. Now, it is a great offense, but we're really we're putting too much stress on our user in these situations where, first off, we're sending an A gap, but we're not really hovering that good. And now the blitz is getting picked up, and now we're left on this island in the middle against a route combination that isn't made for it. So as you guys are going to see here, what I recommend for this type of setup And as you guys see where I'm cutting to this point, what I would recommend with this slant and this post combination setup is what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hover with our user. That way we can go ahead and get this 3-man rush actually coming through. We're going to go ahead and use zone drops here on our left of screen linebacker. You can do 20 or 25. This is going to be based on what your opponent's running. But what this is going to do is we're going to have our purple picked up by, or the tight end picked up by the purple. We're going to let this vertical hook or middle read play the deep post, and we are going to take control of the slant. So as you guys see with this kind of zone setup here, it's going to take a lot of the stress off the user here. Going to take a lot of the stress off the user here in the middle of the field. So if I go ahead, cut back, and we say, you know, or we know that we don't have this linebacker on the left side blitzing anymore and he's dropping back into coverage, first that's going to go ahead and let the user know he can't, or your opponent know rather, he can't throw to the tight end whip. And then on the back end, when he keeps falling back upfield, you'll know he'll go ahead and take out the slant because he'll be guarding it, and then he'll drop back even further and play this post. Especially now if you guys have a lurk artist or anything like that, it will even kind of persuade him not to throw it. If you would rather have this on the right side and have the vertical hook on the right and you play the post, you can do it. It's interswappable. You just kind of want to do it with what looks consistent with your defense. If you're going to be hovering a lot with the right side linebacker, if you're sending A gaps, you're probably going to want to put that left side linebacker on those vertical hook zone drops. It's very important. That way you guys are given the same look every single snap. So just keep this in mind. Right here against U-Trips, I would focus on just sending 3. As you see, we're already giving up 14 points. Whatever we're running with the 4-man rush just hasn't been working, and we need to get more people into coverage. So consider this. Consider running those high vertical hook zone drops. Those are something I've been preaching basically all year at this point. They are amazing complements to your defense, and they are a great job at funneling the quarterback's progressions to the user. That is how you get a better user. When you make every other zone play so damn good, they have to throw your way. So please keep this in mind. This is crucial, knowing when and how to use those zone drops effectively. Alright guys, now up next we have U-Trips again. Now what you're going to see here by Rob is he's going to be motioning over the slot receiver Deion Sanders. Now right here we haven't seen this look yet in this game from at least the footage that I had, so we don't know what's coming. This is just going to be one of those play guys where you might give up some yards. As long as you're not giving anything deep over the top, these things are going to happen. It's a game. But obviously you guys see here we have a 4 rushing lineman set. And now we know that one of his plays where he's motioning is going to be a giveaway of what he's running. So right here, he has Deion on the motion snap delay fade. That way he's having a streak by Jerry Rice, pull that deep zone upfield, and he's going to use that delay fade to get underneath and get the easy completion. Now, since we know this, we're going to go ahead and talk about what we can do to counter this type of play. What I would do is I would go ahead and put this slot corner here on the left side on a blue. Now, this is given you're using a high zone drops. This is going to help him drop back into coverage. Then to go ahead and take away that quick snap, you can actually run your double Mabel with this defensive end. One of the things I like a lot if I'm running the nickel over or dime normal, I love putting defensive ends on the short side inside of these low zone drop purples. You really don't want to do it with your far side players just because it's going to put too much stress on them. They're not going to be able to play in the open field like that. But on the short side, you'll be able to cover a lot. It's going to take away all those quick reads. And then as this play develops, it's going to take away that delay fade when those blue zones are dropping back with your 25-yard or 30-yard zone drop. So just keep this in mind. Obviously, like I said in the last clip, it's very important we know when to send 3, when not. And against this offense, I would run probably my dollar and send only 3 and hover with my user so I get those pass rush bars and I'm getting a consistent 3-man attack. I would also like to mention I like the user in the middle of the field. Obviously, with this route combination, we always know in U-Trips there is always basically 99% of the time, there's going to be a post coming across the middle. RJ, the user here, is in great position. We just need your CPUs to help you out more. That is just a thing I was noticing a lot, especially with you saying your user isn't as good as maybe it used to be, or maybe you said it just isn't really that good. It seems like it's not that your user's bad. It's just more they're working around your user way too much. And this can be combated so easily with zone drops. It's kind of the main reason why I don't play much match coverage, just because I love how overpowered zone drops really are. They are one of the greatest things added to defense in Madden for years, and they're incredibly great, especially with deep zone KOs and things like that, or any honestly zone knockout ability. So like I said, if we had a Mabel here on this left side, I still like your man coverage assignment that you had on the tight end. I know he got burnt there, but still, I think for the most part, that's like a decent adjustment because you don't know what's coming. And then the user here is guarding the post perfectly. So I think this is good user play. Just, you know, first time we saw this play, we don't know what's coming. These things are going to happen. So let's go ahead and move on to the next play here. Yeah, again, so right here, great user. I like the user down the middle. But like I said, you know, and listen, I know like I'm beating a dead horse with these zone drops and me talking about this, and I know that this is post game, so it's not like you knew any better at the time. But if you are in this situation again, these drags and these little dump off, these lame ass throws, they can be countered with dropping back a defensive end on that short side. Where is this drag going? Onto the short side. If we dropped Lawrence Taylor, this is somebody who's athletic enough, especially at this point in the game of the MUT season, where he could play a little bit zone. If he was dropping back into coverage, and let's say, boom, he can't throw this anymore, everything's bad, brother. I mean, your defense is legit right now. It's just we're missing just a few key zone plays. And let's go ahead and actually check the user hover as well. We're not hovering either. So, you know, just make sure. I know that this is probably corrected by now. It's literally February. But at this point, I'm just going to call what this footage showed. We need to be hovering, especially if we're sending 3 and dropping one of our defensive ends into coverage. We need to make sure we're getting that consistent pressure. All in all, the rest of the coverage here is absolutely golden. You literally locked everything. The user is perfect running in front of that post, so he can't get open. Just needed a little bit more support underneath, and the purple would have been absolutely golden there, especially because if we had this purple, that's going to go ahead and kind of make him hesitate and not throw it. And even if he did, we still have more support up top.
Hey, bro, man. Like, I need a bail, bro. Bail me.
Right here, I understand the frustration, but we really don't need to be bailed out. We just need to correct a little bit of mistakes, and then we're going to force him to make those bad aired throws that we will capitalize on. And we're going to see in a moment here, that is exactly what happens here on first down.
Stop, bro. Yo, bro, just... Yo! This nigga just got lurked. What the fuck? No.
Yeah. So this is pretty sad. This is something that we all kind of go through, guys. But listen, during these moments, this is the thing. Right here, every zone is what? This is absolutely locked down defense. Everything is covered. Literally everything is covered. And if we just correct our little mistakes here with our coverages, guys, these are the throws your opponents are going to be making once a drive at least, right? I mean, let's just, you know, that's what's going to happen. Now, right here, dude, your opponent got bailed, respectfully, Rob. He threw a high ball, helped him out. He had Randy Moss, big tall figure, but this should have been a pick. This was great defense here. So when we start adding more of these zones, sending 3, hovering consistently, disguising to make everything look the same, if we want to send an A gap out of dollar, we're going to be getting throws like this, and I promise you, you're going to be coming down with them way often rather than not going up against this. So listen, right here, I know it's so easy to tilt, get frustrated. Who cares? We're going to go get it on. We're going to go get 7 after this, and then we'll go get our stop like we deserve. When they're throwing passes like this, I know it's easy to tilt because we gave up 7 because, you know, we played perfect coverage. But if your opponent's throwing like this, you need to look forward to the next defensive drive because you know that they're going to go ahead and turn that ball over. We're going to get an easy yickum after we go get 7, and then we can go get another and keep on tacking these points. So right here, great coverage, man, you know, but he just had that crazy catch, you know, that you know, respectfully wasn't deserving, but he got it. So no tilt. We just got to shut our mouths, go get 7, and then go answer back and get another yick on the next drive. All right, guys, so 2nd and 6 here. This is the 3rd quarter. One thing I wanted to mention on this play is we went ahead and audible to 4 verticals. One thing I really like about your play call here, RJ, is you have a nice little dump off on the seam with the running back, but you also have something to try and occupy the user with the slant. This is going to be really good against cover 3, where you're going to have your seam on the left side potentially open. And then if that outside third on the left side goes up with that fade, you might even have your wheel open underneath. Now, I haven't ran tight slots in a long time, so deep out KO probably really restricts that tight end on that far side, but I know this used to be the case. I want to go ahead and run through this and remind myself what happened And okay, yeah, this is that play. So right here, guys, you guys see, like we said, this is a cover 2 look. Now, he has his linebacker in a middle third. You know, if you guys are playing any competitive Madden this year, you need to know you can never put your middle linebacker on the middle third anymore. They have completely put a governor on linebacker speed to drop back this year. This is never assignment you can do. Right here, if RJ saw this bomb, this streak, he could do a high form down the middle, exactly where that referee is in that position, and this linebacker is going to be too slow because the game puts his speed on a threshold. So if you were to pass lead this to the right and do probably a high form as well, this is going to be an easy go-ahead score for him, or rather a score to tie it. Now, even if he had a safety in that middle third position, guys, what we need to know here is right now, boom, we see that Rob is running dime where he's using the defensive end. In this situation, we see that Micah Parsons here on the right side is taking a very edge screen approach. This is when we need to start stepping up into the pocket. We're going to have insanely good fortune knowing that he's sending 3 and we have 2 perfect double teams. We need to start stepping up immediately as we see this linebacker peeling off. Boom. Linebacker's going up. We need to step up. We need to mirror that, okay? Because right now, all we're doing is standing still, which isn't bad pocket. I'm not saying this is bad pocket, but we can make it even better pocket, because what we could have here is if we were to step up and his linebacker come down, if this vertical hook in front of circle wasn't there, we have a nice little dot waiting for us. But obviously that is covered. So in this situation, if we were to step up, we could easily go get our first down and get a new set of downs. Like I said, this isn't bad pocket. It could just be better pocket. So again, you still had a positive gain. I think you got 1 yard off of this. You got 2. So, you know, not terrible. We did miss a read and we could have had slightly better pocket, but still, I know this isn't the sexiest play, but it is by no means a bad play. We just had a misread and then we could have cleaned up the pocket a little bit, but I still see you're starting to step up here. It's just a little too late. So this is great news for you, brother. I like what you're doing. We just need to make it a little better, and I'm sure it has improved because of how old this gameplay is. All right, guys, 3rd and 4 here. Now, one thing I do find risky is a couple years ago, honestly, maybe even last year, I would do this thing where I would kind of try not to overthink it. If I liked the play, I'd run it again. I'd run the same exact play. RJ, that's exactly what you did here, and it did work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You really got to be careful. There's a lot of smart Madden players. But right here, dude, you go with the flat that the tight slots Forverts offers. You had a nice slant here to keep that user statued right there in the middle. You hit the flat, you get the easy 5 yards, and you guarantee yourself a fresh set of downs. This was a really great play. You see right here, we had a pass breakup. We deliver a nice dot. Now, one thing I will notice, or will mention, I guess I accidentally cut this somehow, but during this point of the game, guys, RJ made a comment where after he dropped this pass on 3rd down, let me go ahead and cut back to it. Once he dropped this pass, he said on the recording, if I don't get this, I could lose the game. Guys, we don't need to talk like that. There's no need to have any type of brain processing power going to any type of doubt in a money game. That is so not worth it. Now, luckily, it sounds like to me you got some guys in your corner in this PlayStation chat because he was in a party, and his boy's calling him out saying he made a good throw.
That's you.
Guys, don't worry if you make a mistake. All right, if you have another down, you can go get a first. So don't doubt. That's so fucking lame. Go get your first right here. This is a pretty solid play. Or no, I was talking about the 3rd down breakup, but this 4th down call is beautiful. And this is the thing. You can go make a good play, so go do it. Don't worry about all the self-doubt. That's bullshit. Don't do that. It's a money game, man. You're here for a reason. You put up 21 for a reason. Go put up 7 more and go get a stop. No self-doubt talking bullshit. We don't do that. That's lame. You're way better than that, and there's no need to even fathom those things because you have what it takes. That's why you've putting up these points. So don't talk like that. It's a complete waste of time, and it doesn't make you a better player. It actually makes you a worse player. And what's good about this problem is it's actually self-induced, and the only person that has to stop it is you. So knock that out. Don't talk that bullshit. Go get your first down like you did and keep on chugging. Now right here, RJ, he got stopped in the red zone. He took his 3. That's fine. That's still a good drive, boys. We scored. That's all right. Now right here.
Why not follow it? Why not follow that? There was nothing else.
Why didn't he follow it? Now, this is actually, I'll tell you why he followed it. It's because, I'll tell you why he followed the drag. It's because right here, RJ did a great job. This is very similar to what I was talking about with how we should set up our zones earlier in the video. Except RJ right now is using the wrong player. This Ted Hendricks should be the purple guarding the drag. And right here, we see that we have a man defender on the tight end. Tight end's absolutely bagged. If Ted Hendricks was in the purple and RJ was using the middle linebacker here on the middle third, he's going to take that post and it's going to be wide open. He's just out of position right now. So right here, the middle third does nothing. He lets the post run right by. And then unfortunately, we're not in position with Ted Hendricks, who should be in a curl flat playing this drag. He gets an easy first down. You know, but this is just simple stuff we can clean up, guys. These are honestly, these are such minimal mistakes. This is good news for us. This is good news for us. Next play.
Pick!
I can see right here why you thought it was a pick. I get that. Listen to his buddy right here.
Third and you're not even doing bad. You keep holding him to third.
See, this is what I'm saying. Whoever's in your corner right now, RJ, God bless this man. He's trying to keep your head up, and I like it because this is the thing, man. You have shown, listen, I don't give a shit that you've let up 28 points. That really doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It's Madden. Who gives a shit? As long as you're answering back, that's Madden. You know what I mean? That's the game side of it. So, you know, if we can hold him to 3 here, we're in prime position. Like your boy said, third down. Let's make a fucking stop here. Let's see what happens, boys. Right here, like I said, I would not be putting Ted Hendricks. I would not be using him. Obviously, we know now middle thirds are not the move. We should be using zone drop vertical hooks or mid reads. Gotta watch out for a corner by the slot.
He's gonna blitz me. Oh, I hate this bug, man. It's only niggas in this playbook. Like, how he got all that time and that's still open?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I want to go over a few things here, guys. I know we have a little bit of tilt going on, but this play is extremely important. We're getting feedback from our boys saying it's third down, man. We just got to make one stop. We got a lot of pressure going on, right? Put Ted Hendricks in that purple and user that middle linebacker, dude. And let me tell you, you didn't get pressure here. I know it's hard to see, but judging based off what you did here, I'm skipping back a little bit. I'm not too sure that we didn't cancel the contain. All right, so even if we are hovering with our user, if we have this contain and we snap it, this end here on the right side in front of 77, let's just go ahead and play this. You see how he's taking this outside? I think you left him on a contain, and that's what removed the good pass rush. That's why he had so much time. If we had Ted Hendricks in a purple here, he's going to play that out route. You can kind of go ahead and play the running back a little bit. Stay in the middle between the running back and the post, right in the middle of the field. Okay, your middle linebacker is going so far upfield, he's literally useless now. If you were that middle third, you would go ahead, stay in the center. You're guarding the post. Ted Hendricks is guarding that out route to the right, and then you can follow this post down the middle. Your linebacker is playing way too high up right now, and this is simply because our user is kind of, he's just not, we're not using the right player for this formation, is my point of view. So that's just how I would set up this defense that you're running. And just really every single time almost, I'm going to make sure I'm the one playing that post, and I'm going to have every other zone playing every other route possible. Obviously, on this play where we have a running back attacking the seam, we're going to need to stay kind of in between. Now, like I was saying earlier, I really like to put my left linebacker here. I think you have Eric Berry at this moment in time. I would put him on a vertical hook at 25. That way I can use her with the middle linebacker, the running back. I'll let the zig by the tight end just stay there and run into the purple, and then that vertical hook is going to play the post on the left, and then I'm going to be playing the running back. Then I can teeter back and play the post and the running back at the same exact time while Ted Hendricks is playing the sideline. I hope that makes sense. I hope that looks all right without too many graphics on screen. I got to go ahead and resubscribe to once so I can get my graphics back on. But we'll do that for our next episode. But just so you know, man, we can put so much stress on the opponent with our user if we just make sure that our zones are playing in the right space, okay? So just keep that in mind. Yet again, that's what happened here. I don't want to keep calling this play out for too much longer. But I mean, we're like 60% there, man. And what's nice is you do have a good user. At least your user's not dog shit, because that would be a problem. Like, that would be a problem. You have a good user though. It's just you're not in the right position. So I think that this alone is going to help you out a bit. And listen, RJ, you can always hit me up, bro. If you need to lab with me, just let me know. I mean, that's the thing about the Collision Works YouTube. We're for the community, boys. So lock the fuck in. Let's go ahead and go to the next play here. I'll go ahead and just skip this one through. And we'll go ahead and we'll go to the next play call. Let's see.
Please throw something dumb.
Yeah, user just
Fumble!
User just bagged everything.
Oh, yo, you got swerved by luck. It's crazy.
Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been a nice hit on luck. Right here, dude, the user's perfect. User's perfect. He had a late read on this post. Maybe could have hit this here with a freeform down right there. But he didn't. I mean, that's the thing. Madden always is going to have that kind of intrinsic game lag where every single time you play any sports game, you kind of get that little bit of lag. Kind of makes this throw a little harder for him down the middle. You had a good peel back at the right time where it is kind of too late. He hasn't thrown that corner yet to try and predict that you are going to come back. So right here, great user. He didn't throw anything dumb, which is a really good play by him. We got to give Rob credit. And then, I mean, got a little... Yeah, no, I mean, it's a hard tackle to make when the screen's zooming in and all that's being done. This is a tough play call, man, but the user was great. We got to highlight it. You know, we highlight the good and bad here on Analyzed. And this was a good play, man. It's a good play by you. Up next here on 3rd and 10, I wouldn't call man here, but you kind of did the Lord's work in doing so. We see that he motions over Dion again from the slot on that delay fade. And, bro, you absolutely bagged this man's soul on this play. Everything is just covered. Forces the throwaway. Gets the key stop here in the 4th quarter to hold him to 3. We're going to go ahead and cut here to when we get ball. And right here, man, I love this play call. We have 3 timeouts, 2 minutes left in the game. We're in single back wing tight. And I just think this is absolutely perfect. Dude, I've seen so many YouTubers and Twitch streamers in this situation where their opponent's running and they're like, why is this idiot running the ball? It's just got 2 minutes left. Guys, this is just letting your opponent know, hey, fucker, I'm in control of this match. I have 3 timeouts. I'm going to chew clock. I'm going to make this the last drive, and there's nothing you can do about it. I love it. I love it so much that you go and run it again. 2nd and 4 with now a minute and a half. We're juking. If Julius Peppers wasn't the green giant, you probably break through and get a great run here. I love these running play calls. And the fact that you're not even calling a timeout lets your opponent know, this dude's milking my ass. Yeah, this is going to be the last drive of the game right here. An absolute dart. With the 4 verticals. Again, I would only assume at this point in time you're running verticals because you're like, I'm hitting this guy and this guy only, and then if I can't, I'll wait for RB to get open. If not, I'll just throw it away. I get that. A lot of guys run verticals like that, but you know, just keep in mind, we don't always just want to run a play for one route. We want to try and cook it up, and then sometimes what's nice is, you know, while we're making alternate hot routes and things like that, sometimes the opponent overthinks too, and they'll completely leave it unguarded. But I understand this is a, you know, quick, you know, 2-minute drill. We got to be quick about it. So I'm gonna let this one pass, but just make sure we're using verticals the right way, and really stay in touch with what we're doing. We never want to go autopilot. Now, right here, guys, this is where things get a little nasty. Now, there is going to be an extra, maybe not terrible tilt, but I want to go over the mental side of what happens here. 1st and 10, we have a little flood concept on the right side, and PI is going crazy.
PI? Like, yo, pass interference? Do we not know what that is?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, right here, I mean, this is disgusting. I mean, the right here, I mean, he's getting just literally tackled mid-play. But what happens here, guys, is something absolutely horrific that no player should ever experience. Is 2nd and 10, we have a nice little flood concept here on the far side of the field, running to the short side, and we make a just terrible mistake here by missing with our freeform.
Am I choking? Oh, yo!
Yeah, you see, and with the reactions, this is the thing. It's like, it's just stressful, guys. This is a money game. You know, we could be advancing to try and win the grand prize of this event. Every snap means something, especially when you have a minute left. But guys, we got to keep our composure. And right now, we have 2 incompletions, okay? This isn't terrible. We're still alive. What happens next here on 3rd down is something that is a consequence of tilt. And I want you guys to see it here.
Fucking dog. 4th. I just got robbed, dude. I just got robbed, bro. Luck sold this game. All game just throwing. I could have scored before I had. Yo, there's no way he just overthrew that 1st down to Rasheed Rice. There's no way, man.
We throw this ball right into the seam where it's kind of like triple covered. The user doesn't even think that anybody would make that throw, so he peels off. Julius Peppers drops the pick. You drop the catch. Guys, I guarantee you, a throw like this, listen, RJ has gone down the field every single drive. He's got 24 points. He hasn't made a throw like this yet. This is frustration. This is stress. This is wanting to win. This is nervousness. That's what this throw is. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right. This is what competition is. When you're playing for prizes, you're trying to win, you're playing against absolute sweaty bastards. These things are going to happen. This is competition. If you don't think this is going to happen, then you're not competitive. But this right here is something we cannot afford. Guys, when we get PI and we don't get it, and it's a first down, so you still have 3 more downs, you got to shake it off, man. When it is 2nd and 10 and we miss a freeform read, that's no one's fault but ours. We got to shake it off and know that we still have 2 more downs to go get the first. Make it 4th and manageable. Make it an easy first down on your 3rd down. You know, just think about those moments rather than, God damn, I got cheated, or fuck, I missed that throw. I'm going to blame the game when it was actually me. My guy didn't stretch out even though I could have hit him in his chest. Those type of things, guys, we got to stay on top of ourselves in these moments as well. And unfortunately, and listen, I'm not trying to call out RJ, but that is what, in my perspective, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, that's what was happening here. We got to be better and hold ourselves accountable in these moments. Now, this is the thing. This ain't game over yet, bro. RJ understands here on 4th and 10.
Robbed, dude. I just got robbed, bro. Luck sold this game.
Talks about getting robbed.
Just throwing.
All right, so now it's the point in grief where we're shit talking Andrew Luck. Let's go ahead and listen. Let's be respectful.
I could have scored before I had. Yo, there's no way he just overthrew that first down to Rasheed Rice. There's no way, man. There's no way I had it. Cooked it up, bro. Schemed it. That was me, bro. That was the one.
And see, those are the things. RJ says we schemed it. That was the one. And in 4th and 10, gentlemen, RJ cooks up a fucking dot. Why? Because RJ's a good player. Remember, guys, if you have put up these type of points in money games, in tournament games, you're going to be fine. Go throw a fucking hot one. Right here. Comeback by Square. Ain't nobody thinking comeback in this moment. I know you weren't the viewer. RJ was. He's watching. He designed the fucking play. But the viewer right now wasn't seeing a comeback. Neither was Rob on the defense. Guys, trust in yourselves. Shake it the fuck off and then go win the game. Let's go and listen to the insight of RJ here.
Shit. Got that shit up when it matter though, bro. When it matter, I'ma find a way, nigga.
Now he says it doesn't matter. And that is so fucking true. It doesn't matter. All that matters is every single down that you are actively trying to advance the ball. That is what matters. And I love that RJ said that because it even shows what his mind is thinking. He knows better than to be complaining, because that's what's going on here, guys. That's what's going on. We're doing a little bit of coaching here. He is complaining. He's kind of whining a little bit. But when it mattered, he stepped the fuck up. He made his fucking play because he wants to go get some money. So lock in here, man. That's what RJ did. He locked in here.
That shit matter though, bro.
And he says it. When it matters, he's going to find a way. God bless him. 1st and 10.
Get this fucking win.
This is the attitude we should have been having since the 2nd quarter, man. This is gorgeous, guys. This is confidence here. He struck big. He knows he has 3 timeouts. He can call anything he wants because he's in control. Guys, you got to be in fucking control when you are playing for money. This is not time to go fucking autopilot. This is time you lock in, you know what zones are supposed to be played, and you fucking dominate with your user. You got to play smart here, okay? That's why we make analyze. We got to know what we're supposed to do. This is a great attitude now because he's in control. That's all he wanted this entire game, was the sense of control, and he's finally got it. Now he's feeling fucking good. Get control, guys. Watch RJ.
That's fine. My first time out.
Oh yeah, I won.
There he goes. He says first time out. This is just us. This is us embedding that he knows he's in control now. 2nd and 5.
That's a diet. That's a diet, nigga. I'm here, bro.
Man, RJ's here, baby. That's what I'm saying, boys. Now we are in the driver's seat. At the one, ready to go. Come on. Goes a hot one here out of the tight Y flex. It's a fucking laser, man. Hey, shout out to Rob on defense too. Don't get it twisted. Rob's dope as hell. Go follow him on Twitch. I say I love the Jason Garrett clap. We love that shit.
Bro, no, I can't stop him. Can't stop him.
Stop him. See, this is RJ saying it's time to go for 2. We have both put up over 30 points, combined 60 points plus. I want to go for 2. I want to call it game right now and get one stop and then advance. I agree with this. In this moment, I would go for 2 as well. Now, one thing I would keep in mind is right now we're in the fog of war. We don't really know what's going on. We have seen throughout the game that Rob was running shades of cover 3 mixed with some kind of hybrid zones, hybrid man. And, you know, going through this video, he was also running match. Probably not going to happen here in the red zone. I would kind of assume cover 2 hard flat. So this type of play where he runs mesh spot here with double hitches, we motion out the running back. Let's go and show the play art here, RJ. Boom. So right now we have an out route, double hitches, and a mesh. Now, ooh, I really, if it maybe against man, this is going to be great. But right now, guys, this type of play, it's like, you know, if the user stays in the middle between the 2 drags, he's going to guard them. He'll pass them up to the flat zone defenders. Hitches are like they're all in kind of the user's vicinity. We're going to go and snap the ball here. Right here, the user stays in between them 2, and he puts both of his safeties on vertical hooks. So this looks like cover 3 with both safeties and vertical hooks. That guards both hitches perfectly. The out route is, it's bagged. The linebacker is going to be able to jump that if you throw that. I mean, this was just great coverage, man. It's not a bad play call per se. It's just, this is what's tough about 2-point conversions is you only have 1 shot. And it's a gamble, man. It's a gamble. So unfortunately, man, RJ does not come out with the W on this one. But, you know, there was a lot of good here, especially on the back end. This last drive was the drive. And this is the type of mindset, guys, that we need to lock into. And this doesn't mean, you know, be cocky and just assume you can throw bombs all game. No, that's moronic. That's completely childish. But to actually get that control, that sense of mind where you know you can trust what you're calling, that is what you need to strive for. If you have been playing Madden for years and you still don't feel that type at all, that feeling, you got to change something up. You need to find consistent zone beaters that are applicable to everything and then find that offensive form that you gel with, okay? Every single offense has every single beater you need. I know I talk about it all the time, but I've made videos where I just go over simple combinations that beat specific zone coverages that is basically applicable to probably 80% of formations in the game. Guys, if you guys are struggling finding control, just go through playbooks on MUTGG. Find one that looks sexy. Don't try and find one that looks meta or anything like that. Just find one that looks sexy to you and then go and lab it and figure it out. That is how you will get better. Right here, man. Listen, 2-point conversion, we didn't have the best call. Rob had really good coverage on us. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, 2 good players playing a game, you know. But unfortunately, after this, we do not get the onside kick, which is heartbreaking. But as you guys see, we end up not getting the onside kick. It's a heartbreaker, man. It's a heartbreaker. I really appreciate the 2-point attempt. You're just not always going to get them. But nonetheless, guys, I think we did learn a lot. At least I felt like some of the things I highlighted, RJ, especially with the zones, I think this is going to make you a much better player. If you guys have any feedback, if I failed to kind of point out anything, please let me know. I know I didn't really talk too much about coverages in this video. I didn't feel like that's where RJ's problem lacked. It just kind of felt like more on defense. He can obviously get down the field. He put 30 points up, but he also gave up 30. So we need to take less stress off of his offense so he can get that sense of control more frequently. That's how we're going to be confident. You need to have that good defense to actually supplement and make your offense better because your mindset changes. So, gentlemen, I hope you all found this video informative and appealing. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you guys have a game that you want analyzed, it can be a win, it can be a loss. Just please be honest about yourself. I want us all to try and learn and improve. Please let me know over in the comments section, and then we can hit each other up on Discord. If you guys have your video on YouTube or anything, I can download it from there to review it. And just give me some player notes so I know what to kind of look out for. This game, obviously, like I mentioned, it was about user play and finding consistency. I just think with RJ, it just comes down to defense, and that will surely be corrected. So everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. I'd like to make this maybe a bi-weekly series, just because sometimes it does take time to watch the game, cut it up, and then look at all the notes and bring it back. So I just want to make sure we have enough time to thoroughly break these down. So just keep that in mind for scheduling. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, fellas. Peace.